Y'all, it's time for a CC, a corner conversation where I'm about to keep it real. I might get in my feels, but there's no judgments here. Let's get into it. So, listen to yourself. Like, no, for real. Like, why don't we listen to ourselves? I don't know. A lot of us do. Maybe some of us do. Maybe some. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we don't do all the time because I feel like at some point in time we like listen to ourselves. Sometimes we don't listen to ourselves all the time, but like listening to myself as of late has changed my life. Like, and I mean changed my life in ways like that, like I couldn't even imagine. And I'm saying, wow. Not like I'm shocked, but it's like, it really is that first voice. It really is the first thing that you hear. Like, it really be the first thing, like, that first nudge or that first thing, like, that tells you to do something. And I think a lot of us get concerned, maybe scared, fearful of doing the thing because it may appear that we don't know what we're doing, but in reality, we do. Like, I am a firm believer through experience more and more that we have everything we need to start. Everything else will meet us where we need to be met. That's a fact. Like, and I can only say that through belief, but through experience. Like, we have everything we need to start. So listening to yourself means whatever you pray for, whatever you're believing, or whatever you're like manifesting through your goals and like it be the thing that may not be conventional, or it be the odd thing where it be like, why would I do that? It be those things where you allowed to like show up for yourself. It be the uncanny things that like, it could be the uncanny thing telling you to do something that you wouldn't normally do that will produce the result to like get like the thing. You know, and sometimes we hold ourselves back or we procrastinate, you know, and we don't do it. And I can say this, I am a late bloomer in a lot of different things in my experience only because I didn't do it out of being scared, fearful, not thinking I knew, or not being, whatever the thing was that held me back, I just didn't do it. 9 times out of 10 for me, my end result had to be me still doing the first thing that came. And maybe it has to be me proving things to myself or taking myself through this regimen and process to like know that I could, which is a waste of time. Woo! We love to waste our time. And we don't have to. We really don't have to. We don't have to waste our time. Like, I've had some experiences, you know, and some mentors and friends and people have just shared with me like some real things, like, and a lot of the things you think you don't know, you do know. And you don't know what you don't know until you know. We can think we don't know how to do the thing that we're like being told to do, but why would you be told to do something that you don't know how to do? And if you don't know how to do it, wouldn't you learn in the process of doing the thing how to do it? I'm just saying, like, we have everything we need to start. Everything you need, you already have to start. If it's going to the gym, right? Guess what you got? Shorts, shoes, YouTube, Instagram, a gym, a sidewalk, what? A carpet to walk in place. Like, if everything you need to start that business, right? Guess what you need? A pen and paper. We'll get to the money later. Like, what? Oh, that audition. Guess what you need? That no to get to that next no to get to that yes. Like, what? I don't have. What do you have? What do you have is a way to look at it. Like, listening to yourself really to think about what you don't have to do the thing right. Why don't you think about what you do have and like use those resources and like let those things be the thing? I don't know. But in this corner conversation, I'm telling you, listening to myself has literally like produced results, allowed me to sow new seeds, birth new seeds, but also listening to myself has literally allowed me to get to the things that when I've asked for and prayed for. Like, no one's exempt from the process. No one. And however the process shows up, wherever you are in your process, it's still the process. So it's just like, show up. It's just like, show up and do the thing. Because in doing the thing, that is where, again, like, you get to the thing that you're asking for. I can't get to what I want personally without doing specific things, no matter how long I put them off. And here we are with Wishbone J, doing this from a very organic place and space to where I have no idea if my words or what I'm saying like make sense to anybody. I have no idea if me being honest and transparent in this corner conversation and telling the truth, like if it's doing anything or for it relates to anybody. But what I am doing, right, is doing something that like myself is telling me to do. Because what else am I going to do? And if I'm not doing that, then I'm not doing the things that like, who knows, like what could happen with this, right? But where I'm at right now is do it. Be obedient. Do the things that you pray for, like are required to get the things that you want. That's how we get there. That's the only way we get there, honestly. I have so many like things, but like you're not exempt from the process, Jordan. You got to do it. So as uncomfortable as I get more comfortable, come on, somebody, in being uncomfortable, like it's showing up for yourself. So I'm going to speak. I'm going to come here and have a corner conversation and be real and tell the truth because I need to get it out, one. But also, maybe what I'm saying could actually be the change agent because I do believe that my purpose is to inspire, impact, and influence, right? And I can say that my experiences with people, they have lent themselves to having that feedback. And if I got a vision or a dream, right, I got to listen to myself and do the things that may be unconventional or that I don't want to do or that I'm uncomfortable with. It's where you grow. Who knows, right? What I do know is I have an actual like history of this already. There is evidence. There is. So do it. Like my only intent is to literally like be my best self. And people saw a process when I was in my teen years of me working to be my best self and, you know, stripping myself and like all the things like that experience, I'm telling you, was listening to myself. Me getting on that show was me listening to myself in high school. And I say listening to myself in the fact that I'm leaving school. I don't want to do that. I don't want to wait. I don't want to do any of that. Like, why? Like, what? I'm ready to go. I've been in school all day. I'm a senior. It's time to leave. What? But I thought it was a cool idea. I just didn't want to what? Wait and go through the process. What? And then what happened? Went into the auditorium, right? Because a lot of my friends were like, you are not finna like leave and not audition. Like, get in there and go do it. Go do it. I get in there, right? And she does the announcements and says what they're here for, all the things. And she said she was starting with the freshmen. And guess what I did? Stood up and said, can you start with the sing? And she said, yes. And then, wait, what? Hold on. And then me, right, not wanting to, like, I thought I was ready to go because I was in the rush to get out of school. Why was I the last one to go up there for the seniors? I mean, at least that's the way I recall it. But nonetheless, I'm saying I went up there last for the group of seniors before she went to the juniors and things like that. And I'm saying to myself, who knows? And we can get into that experience later, but I'm just saying, like, that isn't true evidence of me listening to myself, right? And not listening to the doubt, or because there were other things going on in my head that I was just like, why would I ever do this knowing that I'm not? I went in there and I was myself, which is why you gotta love yourself. And I listened to myself. But we can get there later. But I'm simply saying, listening to myself has produced results and has allowed me to show up in ways. And I've always had everything I needed to start. It's the starting that actually like is the thing. It's like we kind of get to wanting to get to the end result or the end of that process in the journey to get to the next step without actually acknowledging that we can start with everything that we already have. So I'm glad I started. So listen to yourself and get to it. Get to the writing of the vision. Get to the actively going out there seeking and searching. Get to the no so that you can get to the yes. That's the only way. Get to the experience. Listen to yourself. Make that call. Make it. Make the call. Make that call. Send in an application. Write that letter. Find that donor. Listen to yourself.